Hey everyone, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. For today's video, we are doing a product review slash first impressions on a new foundation. So if you guys read the title of the video, you already know what it is. I'm going to be testing out the Mercier Flawless Fusion Ultra-Longwear Foundation. Just before we get started, I do have dry skin, so we're going to be testing it out and seeing how it works for dry skin today. Before we get started, I have a few things I want to mention really quickly. One is that I am in a new setup. I changed where in this room I film. So if things seem a little off, things about the video quality seem weird, it's because of this new setup. And I don't know how this video is going to turn out because I have my camera hooked into my computer so I can see if I'm in focus better and control the settings from my computer, which is easier than me having to get up and go and fix shit and stuff. So yeah, and my computer, I don't know if you guys can hear that. I'm hoping you can't hear it, but the fan on my computer is going. I don't know why. So if I can't edit it out, I apologize. I hope you guys can bear with it. Just really quickly before we get into actually applying it and doing the review and all of that good stuff, I wanted to go ahead and just let you guys, I just wanted to make sure that you guys knew I did receive this from Influencer, so I didn't purchase this with my own money. It was sent to me. Influencer works with brands to kind of send products out. This is the foundation. So first off, just want to say this packaging is beautiful. It's got this nice frosted glass, and then this cap here is actually soft touch, so it's that if you don't know what soft touch packaging is, it's that NARS kind of stuff. So if you've ever felt NARS packaging, this is in the color, I believe it's in the color 2C1. I will leave it down below if that's wrong, but I believe that's the color. I did specify on the website when they asked me kind of what shade I was, that I picked the lightest yellow undertone, and then this says 2C1, which I don't even know if that's actually the shade name, but it says C, has the letter C in there, which in my head is cool tone, so I'm if they didn't send me a pink undertoned thing, because I don't do that well. I'm actually going to start by moisturizing and priming, and I would do this with any foundation because my skin is dry, so I don't see the point in just putting the foundation straight on because I would never ever wear a foundation without moisturizing and priming first. I just wouldn't. I'm going to go in with this Tarte Drink of H2O moisturizer, and I'm going to go in with this, once my moisturizer kind of sits, I'm going to go in with this NYX Honey Do Me Up primer. If this foundation doesn't end up working for me, I probably will try it again with different primers and just see if there's any way that I can get it to work. I'm just going to concentrate it more in my T-zone area and then kind of bring it out more to the sides of my face. I would usually also use a luminous primer, but I want to see kind of the finish of the foundation without messing around with it too much. Alright, so now that we are done with the priming, we're going to go in with the foundation. So I really hope that this is the right color. This has a nice pump to it. Really quickly, I just want to go into what it claims first. So it says that it has 15-hour wear, medium to full coverage, but it's weightless. And it does say that it is a matte finish, which I don't love, to be honest, because I have dry skin. I like more of a glow. And it says it's oil-free and transfer resistant. So that's it pumped onto my hand. So we'll see, I guess, how much. Oh, this might be a little too dark for me, actually. I'm just going to start with that, and I'm going to kind of blend with my beauty blender. I guess I could try I'm not going to try a brush. I don't usually use brushes, so I feel like if I did, it would not really, I wouldn't be able to compare it to other foundations because I don't ever, oh my god, this is so too dark for me. So I'll have to look online to see if this is the lightest shade. I doubt it's the very lightest, but I know that I wanted to get the lightest yellow undertone is what I told Influencer basically that I wanted. So I'm gonna have to see what they actually gave me, if it's like 2 shades in, but, because yeah, obviously this is not, well, yeah, I feel like this is pretty obvious that this is not the right color for me. I did about 2 pumps to get that much on my skin, so, but the pump doesn't pump out much. So I definitely say it has good coverage. I feel like you guys can tell. Hopefully you can tell how good the coverage is so far. Really trying to bring this down the neck so that it kind of looks like it's the right color for me, even though I know it's not. I feel like a little bit of an Oompa, not gonna lie. I do so far like the coverage of this foundation, but I feel, I don't know, I feel like I already can rule this out as being like a holy grail foundation for me, just because I'm just gonna add a little bit of this extra right here. But yeah, I don't love this foundation already just because it's so matte. What I would probably end up doing with this foundation is mixing it with a different, like a really dewy foundation, and then kind of create like a satin, like custom foundation. So I have to say that I look like an Oompa Loompa, first of all, so there's that. But I do like the coverage. If my face matched my neck, I feel like we would be okay. I do notice, I feel like it could be a little bit better around my pores. So maybe if I used more of a pore filling primer, it would be better. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do the rest of my makeup, and then I will check in with you guys and kind of show you the completed look. Hopefully I can kind of make the color work a little bit better for myself. Alright guys, so I am back with the rest of my makeup on. So yeah, to be completely honest, I feel like this color just doesn't work well for me. I don't know about you guys, but this is the swatch on the back of my hand from when I was pumping it out and then applying it, right? I feel like it's oxidized so much. I feel like it wasn't that bad, so I'm actually going to just put a little bit on the back of my hand. So I don't know if you guys can tell, but like this is where I just put on some, and then this one is where it's kind of dried, and it's just way darker. So I'm pretty sure that this foundation oxidizes on me. So I don't know if this is something that is going to oxidize on everybody, but I feel like for me it definitely oxidized a crap ton. When I was doing my concealer, everything looked fine. I'm gonna like blend this out again because I just feel like I used this concealer, which is the Becca Aqua Luminous concealer, and I actually can only use this concealer when I am a little bit more tan and I'm using a darker foundation, because this is the lightest shade in the range, but it's not light at all. Like it is, should not, like there should definitely be a color lighter than this. So I used it on this one because the foundation was a little bit darker. I was thinking, oh, this would be perfect, but I don't know. It looks like in person it just looks way too bright. But when I first applied it, it looked fine. That just shows me that the foundation has oxidized on me. Obviously, I started out with this foundation being too dark for me to begin with, but it's definitely oxidized for sure, I feel. So I don't know, it might end up looking fine, but I can definitely just tell where I put concealer, it just looks odd, I guess. Like it just doesn't look like blended well, and then on my viewfinder and stuff, it definitely looks a little crazy. So I personally don't love this foundation for that reason. If your foundation oxidizes, it's like, what are you supposed to do, you know? The only way I'm gonna get use out of this foundation is if I mix it with another one. So other than that, the other things that I've noticed, I I do have dry skin, and I haven't noticed it caking at all around my dry areas. I definitely see a lot of texture with my skin, kind of around my T-zone area and stuff, so if I was going to use the skin, I would probably try like a pore filling primer to kind of smooth out that texture in the pores so it would lay a little bit better on my skin. It has kind of settled into my laugh lines just a little bit. It could be a ton worse, and I'm sure as I wear this, it's going to probably settle a little bit more. I think that if I had dry skin, or I think if I had oily skin, I would probably like it a lot more, but because of my dry skin, I just don't feel like this will be something that I reach for that often unless I'm mixing it with stuff. So I would say this is kind of a pass for me. If you have dry skin, I would probably recommend a different foundation. I think you're just going to end up liking a different foundation better. But if you do have oily skin or combination skin, you might actually really like this. I honestly didn't have high hopes going into this video because I knew that this was targeted towards oily skin. I'm not really sure why influencers sent this to me, to be completely honest. I feel like they probably should have stuck to sending it to oily skin, but then again, I guess you also want people with dry skin to test it out just so you can for sure say yes. If you have dry skin, it's probably not going to work for you. Alright, so that is it for me and this video. Also, if you guys have not already subscribed, make sure to hit that button down below, and you could turn on those notifications if you wanted. No pressure, but, I'm just saying. Then you'll be notified that I uploaded, and then you'll be like, oh my gosh, I remember that girl. I'm gonna go watch her videos. So, just saying, it's an option. It's out there. Click it, don't click it, whatever. Anyways, but if you do end up subscribing, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate it. I also have Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram if you guys want to follow me there. Go ahead and leave me a comment down below if you end up following me on any of my social media, because then I will know to follow you guys back, and then we can be friends, and that would be cool. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. That's all I have. I'll see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching.